not giving me a product when I didn't give them nothing ain't the same as you not giving me a product when I gave you something. And I know that that's too logical for some people to get, but but I know people get caught in their emotions. But this is facts over feelings, and I know feelings matter for sure. I respect feelings. I've learned about feelings. I've become emotionally intelligent. As a married man with daughters, you got to learn how to get in touch with your emotions. So I really consider myself to be civilized in that way. But at the end of the day, two plus two is going to always have to be four. And two plus two, the fact that there are people out here telling you that two plus two is 186, that explains every single reason why the black community is usually at the bottom of the list when it comes to wealth. We're usually at the bottom of the list when it comes to education. We're usually at the bottom of the list when it comes to community violence. We're at the bottom of the list in terms of emotional and physical despair. Um, and I dare say that when you process that, a lot of it comes down to the fact that we are very good at being told what to do. Because think about it, we're at the top of the list when it comes to voting. We show up and we'll vote. But but I don't but so it seems to me, right? It seems to me like again, I'm being overly logical here. It seems to me that if voting is really that important and you vote more than anybody, you vote as much as you play basketball, we vote as much as we twerk, we vote as much as we play football, we vote as much as we go to church. So it seems to me that if voting is the way to improve the black community and we vote more than anybody, then you would expect the black community to be up here. Am I right or am I right? Don't get mad at me. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I know people get mad when you bring facts to the table, but that's all I got. I ain't got nothing but facts. And if you don't agree with me, then bring some other facts to show me where I'm wrong. And what is so fascinating to me is that no one can bring me facts to prove to me that these parties have helped black people. The only facts they can bring to me is that Trump is a jerk. But that's not a good fact because I'm going to agree with you. I'm gonna be like, yeah, he's kind of a narcissist, probably. I've watched him for. He's probably corrupt and everything else. And then they'll say, yeah, but and the Republicans are racist. I mean, yeah, white people probably. If you go back and you read Dr. Claude Anderson books, they'll tell you that white people have never liked your black ass. So I'm not surprised by that. Maybe you are. Maybe you thought that they were going to come and protect you. But if you've been reading books like Black Labor, White Wealth, listen to the title by Dr. Claude Anderson. He would explain to you like, no, they've never really shown up to save the black community. So at the end of the day, I'm going to agree with every fact you bring, and then I'm going to say, okay, now what? Now what? And that's what we can end this conversation on. I think the biggest question for any black person to ask themselves who sees all this stuff happening and all this back and forth and oh, Trump ain't nothing but a racist and all these black people they're doing okay, is now what? That's the question. Now what? Now what? What you gonna wait for white folks to decide to be nice enough to save your community? If you do that, you're gonna be waiting for the rest of your life because they're not going to do that. Now what? What you gonna just vote again and think that that's gonna give you a different outcome? Einstein said the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. That's a fact. That's scientific. Um, now what? Now what? Because I mean, remember, AI is here. And you think that Trump taking 300,000 black jobs was bad? Wait till you see the other 2 or 3 million jobs that are going to be taken from AI from the black community. I'm talking about the black community alone. Nationwide, it's more like probably 80, 100 million, something. I don't know. Now what? Are you ready? Or are you going to continue to yell and scream about what some politician said?